I am really surprised that this is happening, but of course, people shouldn't be surprised because we've seen situation or scenario whereby uh, parents decide to even sell their grown-up child, out of poverty or frustration or whatsoever that has happened. I don't know. But for the ugly situation that happened this morning, with all the consultations and the discussion that have happened, the woman didn't take a better decision by giving out the baby. But most times when such situation happen, we push the blame on the woman. We forgot about the man who has put the lady or the girl in the condition that she is. It might be possible that the woman has been rejected or stigmatized and isolated by even her family because of the condition that the man has put her. And out of frustration and the fact that she needs to have a survivor, maybe she couldn't cope and she has sympathy for the child and she really dare wish that the child lives. And if you look at the way the baby was packaged and wrapped, you see that there is a connection, that passion, the love is there. The woman still care and wrap the baby in a beautiful clothing. But again, putting the baby in the polythene bag make me think otherwise because she wasn't knowledgeable enough. The baby will have suffocated and the baby will have died if the baby had a contact with the nylon and before anybody come to rescue the child. So we feel that this happened today, but better understanding or advice will have been that this poor girl contact a family, either a big sister or friends or people in the neighborhood who she can confide in, or even distant relative who don't have a child, or even go to a church to see a pastor and discuss to the pastor that this is the condition I have. I don't want to lose this child, but I don't have the capacity or the resources to take care of this child. So if she has done that, she would be able to keep record about the child. Because right now, this child is more than a month. If you look at the baby, it's more than a month, isn't it? And with the way the baby is, the baby might have had names and the baby would have had birth certificate. But right now, this baby has lost identity. The baby has lost the name because, of course, they are going to give this baby a new name. And the baby has lost the birthday because a new birthday that will be processed is going to be done today by the Ministry of Women Affairs at the Child Development Unit. So this is what is happening in Nigeria. But if any girl child in Nigeria is faced with such situation or condition, if you can go through the ugly period of 9 months of pregnancy, uncared for, rejected, and unloved, and denial, I don't think when you give birth without complication and a wonderful baby is born, the best decision is not to put the baby in the sock away and it's not for you to put the baby on the street. You should identify a bigger auntie, a friend, or a family distance member, or a neighbor who don't have a child. Confide in them, tell them what you want to do so you can be able at a time. There could be a period in your life when you feel like coming to check on your child. You can be able to get connected again. But throwing the baby away, it's not the best. You won't even know where the baby come from or where the baby is any longer. It's not the best. And mind you, this baby could be somebody in life, but the baby will remind you or remember you every time if you are able to keep a track and follow up to ensure that the baby is really, it's a terrible situation. And we know Nigerian situation is alarming. It's so ugly. People don't have empowerment. Graduates don't have work. There's no job. Millions are there running up in the labor market. The corruption level is so epileptic. We don't know what is happening in this country. We're fighting corruption. Corruption is no evidence in the life of the poor masses. The poor masses are getting poorer by the day to the extent that poverty is rubbing on the faces of individuals. Families are selling their children. They are pulling them off. They are throwing them on the street as if they are objects. There's no more dignity in this world. And this is our own Nigeria.